What if I told you that some nuts sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now could be increasing your risk of heart disease by nearly 50%? And what if I also told you that most people over 65 are eating these dangerous nuts every single day, thinking they're being healthy? This might shock you, but recent studies published in major medical journals have revealed some disturbing truths about certain popular nuts. While some nuts can be incredibly beneficial for aging bodies, others contain hidden compounds that can damage your kidneys, liver, and even your brain over time. Today, I'm going to share with you the complete truth about nuts and aging. You will discover which 4 nuts can actually help you live longer and healthier, and more importantly, which 4 nuts you should avoid or limit after age 65. Some of these dangerous nuts are probably in your pantry right now. Before we dive in, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more health tips that could genuinely change your life. Also, let me know in the comments where you're watching from today. Now, let's get started with the nuts that can actually benefit your health as you age. Let me start with what I consider the most powerful nut for people over 65. Brazil nuts. These amazing nuts deserve the top spot because they solve a problem that affects up to 20% of seniors but often goes undiagnosed. Your thyroid controls your energy, metabolism, and mood, but as we age, thyroid problems become incredibly common. Many seniors feel tired, gain weight, or feel depressed, thinking it's just part of getting older. But sometimes it's actually an undiagnosed thyroid issue. Here's where Brazil nuts become magical. Just one single Brazil nut contains 96 micrograms of selenium, which is 137% of what your body needs each day. Selenium is absolutely essential for your thyroid to work properly, and Brazil nuts are nature's best source of this mineral. But here's what makes Brazil nuts even more special for aging bodies. The selenium in these nuts is much easier for your body to use compared to synthetic supplements. Plus, Brazil nuts contain special fatty acids that help protect the myelin coating around your nerve cells. This coating often breaks down as we age, affecting our reflexes and thinking speed. The creamy, buttery taste makes them enjoyable even in small amounts. And because they're so powerful, you only need 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day. In fact, I actually recommend not eating more than 2 daily because too much selenium can be harmful. When shopping, look for Brazil nuts still in their shells. The shell keeps the nutrients fresh longer. Store them in your refrigerator to prevent the oils from going bad. For seniors dealing with constipation, Brazil nuts also provide fiber and natural oils that help keep things moving smoothly. Recent research has even suggested that certain compounds in Brazil nuts might help protect our chromosomes from aging damage. This could potentially slow down cellular aging, which is incredible news for anyone over 65. Walnuts earn second place because they're simply the best brain food nature has created. Have you ever noticed how a walnut looks exactly like a tiny brain? Well, it turns out that's no coincidence because walnuts are incredibly good for your actual brain. What makes walnuts special is that they contain more omega-3 fatty acids than any other common nut. These omega-3s are crucial for keeping your brain cells healthy and helping them communicate properly. This becomes especially important as we age and worry about memory problems. A fascinating study published in the Journal of Nutrition followed seniors who ate just 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks. The results were remarkable. These seniors showed significant improvements in mental flexibility and how quickly they could process information. But walnuts don't just help your brain think better. They also contain special compounds called polyphenol that can cross the blood-brain barrier and directly reduce inflammation in your brain tissue. This inflammation is linked to serious conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia. Here's something most people don't know. Walnuts naturally contain melatonin. As we age, our bodies produce less melatonin, which is why many seniors struggle with sleep. Some people find that eating a handful of walnuts before bed actually improves their sleep quality. Walnuts are also excellent for your heart. They contain arginine, an amino acid that helps your blood vessels stay flexible. This can actually make blood pressure medications work more effectively. For the best benefits, try to eat 7 to 9 walnut halves each day. Store them in your refrigerator because their delicate oils can go rancid quickly at room temperature. Don't worry if they taste slightly bitter. That bitterness actually indicates the presence of powerful antioxidants. If you have trouble with fine motor skills, cracking walnuts can actually be a gentle way to practice and maintain dexterity in your hands. Pistachios might be the most underrated nut when it comes to senior health, especially for managing blood pressure. What makes pistachios special is their incredible potassium content, about 285 milligrams per serving, combined with very low sodium levels. This mineral balance is crucial for seniors because it helps your kidneys manage salt properly. Many seniors struggle with high blood pressure, and pistachios can naturally help reduce systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points. That's similar to what some medications can do, but without any side effects. But pistachios offer another huge benefit that most people overlook: eye health. They contain lutein and zeaxanthin, two compounds that specifically protect the part of your eye called the macula. Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of vision loss in people over 60, and pistachios can help prevent this. The beautiful green and purple colors in pistachios aren't just pretty. They indicate the presence of powerful antioxidants that fight the free radicals that speed up aging throughout your body. Here's something clever about pistachios. They come with their own portion control system. The act of shelling them naturally slows down how fast you eat them, preventing overeating. Research shows that people actually eat less when they have to shell their own pistachios. The empty shells also serve as a visual reminder of how much you've eaten. Even if you have arthritis in your hands, look for pistachios that are already half opened. You can still get the benefits of the shelling process without straining your joints. Try to eat about 49 pistachios, roughly 1 ounce daily, and choose unsalted or lightly salted varieties. The 3 grams of fiber per ounce is particularly beneficial for the 25% of Americans over 65 who have diabetes or prediabetes, as it helps control blood sugar levels. Unlike harder nuts that might damage dental work, pistachios are gentle on teeth and gums while still providing that satisfying crunch that many seniors miss in softer foods. Almonds round out our top 4 because they're simply one of the best foods for maintaining strong bones as we age. After 65, natural bone loss speeds up dramatically, making fractures much more dangerous and harder to heal from. What makes almonds special is their combination of calcium and vitamin E, which work together to keep bones healthy. Just a quarter cup of almonds provides about 97 milligrams of calcium. But here's the key. Almonds also contain magnesium, a nutrient that many seniors don't get enough of. Magnesium is like a traffic director for calcium. Without enough magnesium, calcium can end up clogging your arteries instead of strengthening your bones. The magnesium in almonds ensures that calcium goes where it's supposed to go, into your bones, not your blood vessels. This is especially important for seniors because heart disease risk increases with age. The healthy monounsaturated fats in almonds help lower bad LDL cholesterol levels, providing double protection for your cardiovascular system. I recommend seniors eat 15 to 20 almonds daily, preferably raw or dry roasted without added salt. Their high fiber content, about 3.5 grams per serving, is excellent for fighting constipation, which affect about 40% of people over 65. Research from Tufts University has shown that almonds can help protect brain cells from the oxidative damage that many people fear as they age. The key is to choose almonds with their skin still on, because the skins contain flavonoids that double the antioxidant power when combined with vitamin E. One important safety note: make sure to chew almonds thoroughly before swallowing, especially if you have any swallowing difficulties. Their hard texture can be a choking hazard for some seniors. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're finding this information helpful, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our upcoming videos about senior health. Now, let me share with you the 4 nuts that could be causing problems for your health. Pine nuts top my list of nuts to avoid because they can interfere with over 60% of medications commonly prescribed to seniors. This is extremely concerning because most doctors and pharmacists never warn patients about potential food-drug interactions. Pine nuts are particularly dangerous if you take blood pressure medications, statins, or certain antidepressants. The compounds in pine nuts can either reduce the effectiveness of these medications or cause unexpected side effects. But there's an even more immediate problem called pine nut syndrome. This condition causes a persistent, harsh metallic taste that can last for weeks after eating pine nuts. While this might sound minor, it's actually quite serious for seniors. Research shows that up to 42% of people who develop pine nut syndrome experience significant weight loss. For older adults, this can be dangerous because maintaining proper nutrition becomes more challenging with age. The metallic taste makes food unappetizing, leading to reduced eating and potential malnutrition. The syndrome appears to be more common in older adults, possibly due to changes in taste receptors and the body's ability to process toxins as we age. Pine nuts are also problematic because of their small, slippery shape, which makes them a choking hazard, especially for seniors taking medications that cause dry mouth. Over 70% of seniors take multiple medications, and many of these can affect swallowing. These nuts are high in polyunsaturated fats that oxidize quickly, creating inflammatory compounds that can worsen conditions like arthritis. They also contain enzyme inhibitors that can interfere with protein digestion at a time when your body's ability to absorb protein naturally declines. Recent research has even suggested that certain compounds in some types of pine nuts might accelerate age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. Despite their delicious, buttery flavor, macadamia nuts present serious concerns for seniors, primarily due to their extremely high calorie density. With almost 200 calories per ounce, they're the most calorie-dense nut available. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows down, making weight management increasingly challenging. The exceptional calorie content of macadamias can quickly contribute to unwanted weight gain during a stage of life when maintaining a healthy weight becomes more difficult. Their fat content is also exceptionally high at about 22 grams per ounce. This can strain the gallbladder, which becomes less efficient with age. About 15% of seniors have gallstones that don't normally cause symptoms, but a high fat content in macadamias can trigger painful episodes. Macadamias also contain one of the highest amounts of saturated fat among nuts, about 3 grams per ounce. This can raise LDL cholesterol levels, which is particularly concerning for older adults who already face increased cardiovascular risks. From a practical standpoint, macadamias are extremely hard and dense, making them potentially damaging to dental work like crowns and bridges. For seniors over 65, when tooth enamel naturally weakens due to wear and decreased calcium absorption, this hardness can be particularly problematic. The high cost of macadamias can also lead budget-conscious seniors to purchase cheaper, potentially rancid varieties that expose them to harmful oxidized fats. Many commercially available macadamias are heavily salted and oil roasted, adding unnecessary sodium and damaged fats that can worsen high blood pressure, a condition affecting 63% of American seniors. Their rich, buttery flavor can easily lead to overconsumption, especially among older adults who may prefer stronger flavors due to diminished taste sensitivity. Cashews are particularly concerning for seniors because of their high carbohydrate content and glycemic impact. Unlike true tree nuts, cashews contain significantly more carbohydrates, about 9 grams per ounce, with fewer protective fiber compounds. This is especially dangerous considering that 25% of Americans over 65 have diabetes and 48% have prediabetes. The blood sugar response from cashews can be significant, and many older adults consume them without considering their impact on blood glucose levels. The smooth, curved shape of cashews creates a choking hazard that shouldn't be ignored, particularly for those with swallowing difficulties. They're actually one of the most commonly aspirated nuts among elderly individuals. Cashews are high in oxalates, compounds that can bind to calcium in your intestines and reduce calcium absorption. This is a significant concern for older adults who are already at risk for osteoporosis. These same oxalates also increase the risk of kidney stones, particularly problematic for people over 60 who already face higher risks. The processing required to make cashews safe to eat involves removing urushiol, the same toxic compound found in poison ivy. This extensive processing strips away much of the nutritional value, and many store-bought versions are over-salted and oil-roasted, adding sodium and unhealthy fats that can worsen heartburn and high blood pressure. Cashews also contain enzyme inhibitors that can interfere with protein digestion. For seniors who already struggle with digestion and protein absorption, this can be particularly troublesome. The creamy texture that makes cashews appealing also makes them easy to overeat, potentially contributing to weight gain during a time when maintaining a healthy weight becomes more challenging. Many seniors have trouble with peanuts, and there are several reasons why they can be problematic. First, it's important to understand that peanuts aren't actually nuts at all. They're legumes that grow underground. This underground growth makes them susceptible to mold and aflatoxins, which are naturally occurring toxins produced by certain molds. When consumed regularly, aflatoxins can damage the liver and increase cancer risk. This risk becomes more significant as we age because our body's detoxification systems naturally become less efficient. Even more concerning is that peanuts contain proteins that can trigger inflammatory reactions in some people, even without a true allergy. For seniors who already face increased risks of joint pain, cardiovascular stress, and cognitive decline, this additional inflammation can worsen all these conditions. Peanuts are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which most Americans already consume in excess compared to anti-inflammatory omega-3s. This imbalance is particularly problematic for seniors who need to minimize inflammation throughout their bodies. There's also a potentially dangerous interaction that many doctors fail to mention. Peanuts are high in vitamin K, which can interfere with blood-thinning medications like warfarin. This interaction can be life-threatening for the many seniors who take these medications. Commercial peanut butters compound these problems by adding sugars, hydrogenated oils, and extra sodium, all problematic for aging cardiovascular systems and the 63% American seniors who have high blood pressure. Peanuts are also prone to going rancid when improperly stored, releasing harmful free radicals. The commercial dry roasting process creates acrylamide, a compound that may have cognitive effects, particularly concerning for those already worried about memory loss. Even natural peanut butter can contribute to elevated blood pressure, adding another concern for seniors managing cardiovascular health. Your choice of which nuts to include or avoid in your diet can significantly impact your health, energy levels, and cognitive function as you age. The small, consistent changes you make today can lead to remarkable results over time. Remember, even if you've been eating some of the problematic nuts regularly without noticing immediate effects, switching to our recommended alternatives just 3 days a week can help you get better nutrition while reducing exposure to potentially harmful compounds. Now I want to hear from you. Have you noticed any changes in your health after adding or removing certain nuts from your diet? Which nut has made the biggest difference in your life? Please share your experiences in the comments below. If this video has been helpful to you, please type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know what information you'd like to see instead. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest health advice that could genuinely improve your life. Your health journey matters, and every small step you take toward better nutrition is an investment in your future well-being. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.